Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be giving you my first impressions on two new vanilla perfumes that have been released. It's looking like we have switched over from the cherry note, thank God, and we are just seeing vanilla everywhere. And I am 100% a vanilla girl, so I'm very excited about that. And I'm seeing so many new releases for vanilla fragrances, so I did pick up two travel sizes to share with you guys, share my thoughts. And those fragrances are Gucci Flora Gorgeous Orchid and Nest Vanilla Bourbon. I feel like these are totally opposite from each other, but we're going to get right into it in today's video. So if you are interested in these two new vanilla releases, just keep on watching. So the first fragrance that I am going to start with is going to be this Gucci fragrance because I was very excited about this one. As soon as I saw the bottle for this, the notes for it, and the type of fragrance that it was going to be, I knew that I wanted to try this one out. I have been trying to be a little bit more intentional on the fragrances that I bring into my collection. I get a little happy sometimes and forget about that and start bringing in perfumes that don't necessarily feel like me 100%. And I'm trying to not get new releases just to review them. I want to pick up fragrances that I feel I will love. And I will be starting off with a travel size, which is what I did with these two. And then if I feel like I'm using them up at a quick speed, then I'll go ahead and look into the full sizes. But I know that you guys love reviews and to hear my thoughts on new releases, so I will still keep that in mind. Just I'm only going to be getting the ones that really sound amazing because there is way too many releases lately and I just cannot keep up. But this one I knew I was going to try out, so I did pick up the travel size for this one. Really cute packaging. I really like the bottle for the fragrance. It's really nice. I will put pictures up on the screen. Here is the actual travel size, which is really cute. And I'm going to be reading the main accords for this fragrance. The main accords are vanilla, ozonic, powdery, floral, and sweet. The top note is vanilla, the middle note is vanilla orchid, and the base note is ozonic notes. I have been so in love with my gorgeous magnolia. I got this when it was released and I started off with a travel size with this one too. And since I love the travel so much, I went ahead and I got a 1 ounce bottle. So this is a love for me. So I was very excited to see Gorgeous Orchid. I've always been attracted to orchid notes in perfume, which from what I remember, I could have sworn that orchids don't even have a scent to them, but maybe I didn't pay close attention when I was actually around orchids. But when it comes to perfume, I noticed that every single time that I see an orchid note, it somehow makes the scent almost smoother and just very creamy feeling and well blended and soft. It's not like a sharp, harsh floral note at all. So I was very excited about this one. I'm gonna go ahead and spray it. I did wear this one to bed last night and I love the way that this smells when you put it on. It's super duper vanilla, but in like a very sweet way. And then those ozonic notes keep it kind of like airy and light. It never really gets like super duper thick. And this fragrance reminded me a little bit of the Kayali Maui in a bottle. It kind of had like a very creamy, sweet scent to it when I first sprayed it. That's making me think of that perfume. And honestly, I love the way that this smells. This is beautiful, but it's really soft. I gave it a good amount of sprays. I did some on my neck, I did some on my arms, my chest, I did the back of like around my hair, and it did feel good. Like when I first put it on, I did smell it. It felt really nice. I love the scent of it, but I will say that it turns into a skin scent pretty quickly. So I do want to let this one sit for a little bit before I judge the longevity, because I just feel like lately I don't like to talk about longevity when a fragrance is new. I think that there are so many perfumes coming out so quickly that I feel like the formulas are kind of like fresh and they haven't really been sitting, so we're picking up like really fresh bottles of perfume, and I think that we need to give it some time, because I've had a few that I really didn't like the way that it performed, or it felt like I could barely smell it, which is kind of what's happening with this one. Like I can smell it, but I have to really look for the scent. I feel like it's very soft. It's not something that I feel like it's super duper memorable for me or that I absolutely need this perfume. I'm not really getting that with this one, and it's not bad at all. When it comes to the scent itself, like the way that it smells, it can easily get like a 9 or a 10 based on what I'm smelling. There's a sweetness, there's a creaminess, it's vanilla. What is there not to like? But right now, it's just really, really soft. It almost feels, and I almost never say this, but this is kind of like the performance of a body mist right now, where I can smell it, but it's very thin and it's very soft. And I wore it to bed last night to see if it would stay on my PJs, if it would last long. And when I woke up, I didn't really smell much. There was still a little bit of like a vanilla scent on my skin, but I really had to put my nose on my skin to even pick it up. So this one right now for me, it's not a fail. It's not an absolute love. I'm not like super in love with it or telling you to run and pick it up. If I was to recommend something, this isn't something that I would be like, you need this right now. I don't really feel that about it. It's beautiful, it's creamy, vanilla, soft, delicate. Feels really nice while still having a little bit of an airiness from those ozonic notes. It's a nice one. I just want to let this one sit before I give my final thoughts on it. If you prefer softer perfumes, you would love this. If you don't like sharp fragrances, if you don't like perfumes that have patchouli in them, which is crazy because this line usually adds patchouli to their scents and they're usually a little bit more complex. So I was shocked to see that they were only showing 3 notes for this one, and they're very soft notes. So if you prefer a soft perfume, this one's probably worth checking out, going to smell it at the store. If you're a vanilla girl, it's not a gourmand vanilla. It's definitely very creamy and sweet, but in more of like a summery way. It's not something that makes me think of cupcakes or like vanilla icing. It's not that type of vanilla to me. It's more like a summery vanilla. So I wanted to make this video just so that you guys have my first impressions, my opinions on them, but I'll definitely be testing it out. I'm gonna add it to my tray. I'll wear it some more, and by the end of this month, I'll give you a much better review and a much better update. Right now, smells amazing. I love the scent. There's nothing that I don't like about it. I just don't like how it just kind of disappears on me, and it's very soft and skin scent. I feel like this one definitely lasts much longer on me, and I can smell it more while I'm wearing it. So I'm just gonna give it some time and see if it gets better. Next up, this is like the total opposite of what I just talked about. This one caught my attention. First of all, the packaging, the colors, the way that it looks, the notes, it just sounded so good. This one is from Nest, and this one is Vanilla Bourbon. So here's the packaging for the travel size. I love those colors. So I will be honest and say the reason why I picked up this travel size was because when I went to Fragrantica, I saw that it was being compared to, or people were saying that it reminded them in the little section that they show the similar perfumes. I saw this one, which is Elizabeth and James, and this one is Nirvana Bourbon, I think it's the name. This is one of my favorite woody vanillas. It's a little boozy, but it's not too much. It's woody. It's almost a little powdery. It is just so beautiful. And when September comes around, this is one that I start reaching for because it's just beautiful. But this does not get sold anymore unless you go to like FragranceNet or to like a discount website. So I picked it up, but now that I'm looking, it's not even there no more. It's not being compared to that anymore. Now it's being compared to Kayali Vanilla 28 and also Golden Nectar from Nest, which I like that one, but I never got the full size of it. I also see Valentino Donna Born in Roma as one that smells like this one. So the main accords for this fragrance are sweet vanilla, white floral, fruity, musky, and powdery. The notes are night blooming jasmine, vanilla, brown sugar, and musk. So I was worried about the night blooming jasmine, but I decided to still give it a try because you never know. There has been fragrances that say they have jasmine and I still end up loving them. So I wanted to give it a try. Here is the travel size, and I sprayed this the other day, and I will say I wasn't a fan the first day that I sprayed it. Actually, I fell in love with the opening. I was just like, this is amazing. And quickly, like 2 minutes later, it just got a little too strong, or not too strong. The opening smells so good. I definitely get this brown sugar, so I get like this sweet vanilla when it first opens up. What I think messes it up for me, of course, is that I am picking up the jasmine. The jasmine starts coming through literally like 2 minutes after you spray it, and that's where I'm just like, I don't like it. So if it wasn't for that, this would be beautiful it would be perfection because the brown sugar and the vanilla and the musk, they are perfect together. I have no complaints about that. It smells amazing. It's sweet. It's like decadent. It's just perfection. But then that jasmine just ruins it for me. And I'm just saying for me because I know that there's people who do not struggle with jasmine. There's people who love jasmine. So this might be amazing to you and you might absolutely love it. But if you're like me and you're a person who just cannot stand jasmine and you're very like sensitive to it, I would definitely test this out. I would go to the store, smell it on the skin because you might not be a fan. Lasting power of this one and projection, the performance to me, definitely right off the bat better than the Gucci one. It's stronger, it lasts longer. I washed my hands because I wanted to scrub it off and it did not. It was still there. It's still closer to the skin. It's not like super duper beast mode, but it's more noticeable. It's definitely stronger. I am going to keep this and I'm going to wait until fall. I think that maybe I'm not getting as much of the vanilla and I'm getting more of the jasmine because of how hot it is right now. So this one I'm going to put in my little travel size holder and I'm going to revisit when fall comes around. I think that this will be great for fall and winter. It's definitely a more like, I wouldn't say smoky, but more of a deeper vanilla. This one's definitely lighter, airier, thinner. This one you can wear year round and it will do great in summer. It's a very nice summer vanilla. This one, not so much. This one I would recommend for fall and winter. It will probably be super beautiful around that time. And I'm hoping once it starts cooling down outside, maybe this one will be better for me. But I just wanted to share my thoughts on this one. It is like a brown sugar vanilla. I definitely think about that. It's not cupcake. It's not or frosting or anything like that. It's definitely, I can see why they're comparing it to Kayali Vanilla 28 because it goes in that route. The brown sugar, the vanilla, it is definitely not a sweet gourmand. There's sweetness in it, but it's also brown sugar and almost like vanilla extract type of scent. I think I'm going to prefer this one during fall, but right now at the moment, if it wasn't for that jasmine, I would be in love with this. The jasmine makes me bring it down from like a 10 to an 8, maybe even lower if that jasmine starts coming through more. And it does smell pretty similar to Kayali Vanilla 28. I prefer my Vanilla 28 just because it's been sitting for years and it smells absolutely delicious. But maybe this one can end up smelling the same with time. So I think it's worth checking out. But if you are a jasmine lover, this will probably be like an amazing vanilla to you. It could be like your new favorite vanilla. If you're sensitive to jasmine, definitely try it out first because it is a little strong in here, but it's the performance is better. I don't have anything negative to say about performance. I have not given it a overnight test just because I'm not really a fan of that jasmine and I don't want to go to bed and then feel like I can't fall asleep because I can't stand how I smell, which has happened to me before. So this one I'm gonna wait and I'm going to wear it in about a month or two. So yeah, those are my thoughts on these two new vanilla perfume releases. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts on this. Let me know what you think about them. If you tried them, if you're planning on trying them out, I cannot wait to talk to you guys about these. And with that said, if you made it to the end of today's video, leave me a brown heart in the comment section so that I know that you made it to the end. And I'm super duper thankful and I appreciate you so much. So with that said, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next video.